Good morning. It's 9:15 on Tuesday the 13th of November, and here I am sitting outside the Shipwright pub where I spent 4 hours on Sunday afternoon watching the football with my new friend Dan, and we had quite a session. We got in here about sort of 3 o'clock. We left at about 8 o'clock, and I must admit I had a bit of a hangover yesterday. Didn't walk yesterday actually because the weather was not good at all. I'm glad that I decided to spend the day editing, and from today the weather forecast is telling me that the next 10 days at least are going to be absolutely superb conditions for walking, so I can say with confidence that I should be in Land's End in the next 6 or 7 days, and at the moment I'm heading for Porthcothan. You saw earlier that I drove the van to Porthcothan, got the bus back here, and I've just enjoyed a cup of tea before I set off. I've got plenty of time to do this walk, and that will more or less split the journey in half between here and Newquay, which I'll be arriving in tomorrow, where Dan has arranged some parking space for me behind one of his shops, which is very, very nice, and it's right in the centre of Newquay. So I should imagine that we're going to be getting together and probably having a look around Newquay, and he's just the man to take me to the places that I'd like to see. And a very knowledgeable, friendly guy, and I'm quite sure I'm going to enjoy 2 or 3 days in his company. And he's going to he wants to come and do some walking with me, which would be really nice as well, and so I'm looking forward to that. I only left Padstow probably about half an hour ago, and met some very interesting people there, and I've met this gentleman whose name is
Gary.
Gary. Good morning, Gary.
Morning.
And so you're just having a gentle stroll this morning?
Yeah, just a gentle walk out for a bit of exercise.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Padstow, but I live away now, so it's quite nice to visit when I can.
Very nice indeed. Padstow, I find it an incredibly interesting place. I mean, people tell me this is in a way the best time to see it for real, because in the summer it gets absolutely jam-packed.
Yeah, it's a bit too busy in the summer months now. It used to be a lot quieter.
Yes, and the lady was telling me that lots of the locals have moved away now, and you don't hear many sort of local Cornish accents anymore.
I'm one of the ones that moved away. There's sort of not much work here. It's all sort of minimum wage, seasonal. So you've got to move away if you want a career.
Yes. And so you were telling me that you've done part of the Southwest Coastal Path. You like it up near Tintagel that way. Have you got any intentions perhaps of doing the whole walk one day?
Yes, as soon as I retire, I think it's sort of at least Southwest Coast Path, maybe more. So.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's brilliant walk. I mean, having done the Pembrokeshire Coast walk a couple of months ago, people was telling me that that's the toughest and perhaps the most scenic, but I would suggest that this is every bit as tough, if not tougher, than the Pembrokeshire Coastal Walk, and obviously it's about another 200 or 300 miles longer as well.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very impressed with it. Very impressed.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You've got a lot of really nice scenery ahead, so
yes,
I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
And of course, in at this time of year, November, you would never believe that it was November.
No.
And you know, people say you don't get much snow down here.
No, I think I was born here 54 years ago. I think I've seen snow 3 or 4 times here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Snow on the ground. I mean, it sort of snow showers, but snow on
Yes.
the ground for more than a day, not very often.
You might get the odd freak year in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
you know, that happens, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
generally speaking, it's you know, it's almost a Mediterranean climate.
Yeah.
You know.
My niece saw snow 2010.
Yeah.
First time in her life. She was sort of 18 at the time. So.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, nice meeting you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you, Gary.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you
rest
very-
of your walk. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye
Okay.
now. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye.
Well, it's just after 10:30 now, and been walking for about 90 minutes. And I've got to say, I'm absolutely thoroughly enjoying this walk. This is really, really great. I've probably overdressed a little bit this morning, but I can soon take it off and the layers off and put them in my rucksack. But the sun is starting to poke through now. It's light cloud, and it's only quite early really in the day, and by midday I reckon the sun's going to be out with the maximum strength, even though it's not to be expected to be too much at this time of year. But nevertheless, it's very nice walking conditions. There's just a slight breeze. The path, even though it got a soaking yesterday, has dried out quite well. There's the occasional puddle. I'm still walking in trainers, feeling quite happy with that. The path is safe and relatively dry. I'm sat here just having a break. I'm looking across this estuary at Porthcothan. I apologise to people who must think my geography is awful when I mentioned that it was the River Wey, when in actual fact it's the River Camel. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I didn't realise that. I thought Wade Bridge, it sort of makes sense to be the River Wade, but it is actually the River Camel. So I'm making quite good progress. I'm happy with this walk today. The sun has just poked out as I speak, and I'm enjoying it lots. It's great, absolutely great. Well, I haven't moved far since I went to the big tower, which you can see just over Ruth's shoulder there, and I've met this couple, it's John and Ruth.
Hi.
And they're actually staying on the same campsite as me. They've got a caravan there, and we have seen each other before. We saw each other the day before yesterday, I think, on the ferry, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. And so where are you off to today then, John?
Just around the point, that's all.
Yeah.
And then the Hawker's Cove.
Right. Are you going to spend some time in Padstow again?
Not today, no. Just this headland, that's it.
Right. What do you think of Padstow? Are you impressed with it, Ruth?
I am. I like it. I think it's very busy. I think the camel trail helps Padstow
Yes.
a lot. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But it's lovely. It's very well done. Lots of places to eat. Really good.
Yes, I got the feeling it's a little bit expensive, if I'm going to be honest with you. But nevertheless, you know, it is a seaside resort.
It is. It is.
But someone I was speaking to a lady at length who was telling me that there's hardly any of the local people left in the place now.
Oh, probably.
It's more or less been taken over by outsiders, and the locals can't afford to live there anymore.
Well, that's
typical
the problem,
of every
isn't
fishing
it?
port in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Same story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although we went to the remembrance service on Sunday.
Oh, did you?
Up at the memorial, and there were lots and lots of local people there. Lots of societies, weren't
All
there?
the sea cadets and social clubs and
Coast Guard, all that.
Right. Life. There are still plenty of
they're
local
still
people.
there, but not as
But
many.
they just
I
can't
think.
afford to live in the village itself.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got to admit, I was absolutely knocked out with it. You know, I thought it was lovely, and the people, and I mean, I was just telling you, I spent the afternoon watching football, having a few beers with a couple of lads, and so I didn't really see much for 4 hours, apart from sitting on a bar stool. But it was lovely. It was a real nice
that's
break.
all part of it, I think.
And as you know, like when you were on the same campsite as me, and when it rains that heavy, it's banging on your roof, isn't it? I couldn't sleep a lot of the time with that.
No.
I'm a light sleeper, you know, in those circumstances, and you know, the noise was deafening at times. You know.
But then that passes and you get this.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
Plymouth.
Plymouth, not
Plymouth. Oh well, you see, not so far away.
As far as Devon, but don't tell anybody.
Right. Okay. Well, it is, isn't it? It's only just inside Devon, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you,
Yeah,
and
you as well.
I'm sure I'll see you again. In actual fact, tonight is my last night. I'm moving down with the van to Newquay tomorrow. So if I don't see you, I wish you every success, and it's been nice meeting you again.
Yeah, good luck to
You
you.
too.
Good
Thank you.
quest.
Enjoy your walk.
Check me out on YouTube, and you've got a reason now, because you're going to be on it tonight, and you can tell your grandkids, and they'll say, "Oh, Grandad's on YouTube." Now, you know.
I don't think they'll be impressed.
You don't? No, maybe not.
Hey, mate, you never
Okay,
know.
lovely to see you.
Okay,
Thank you very
Angie.
much.
Thank you.
Bye bye now. Bye bye. who works in the cafe, who was very kindly just bought me a cup of tea, which is very nice, Rachel.
Why not?
It's a lovely place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you actually live here then?
Yeah, very close by.
Oh well, that's great.
Yeah. But it's
Well,
brilliant what you're doing.
Thank you very much indeed. Very nice to meet you.
You too.
Bye bye now. Thank you. Bye bye. Bumped into David and Mervyn, and they've been out for a walk today. Where have you been, Mervyn?
We've walked from Holywell Bay to Trearnan via Constantine Bay, Mother Ivy's Bay, so it was about 7.5 miles round trip.
Very good. And is this a regular thing for you then?
Yeah, most weeks Wednesdays,
Yes.
but this week's Tuesday, obviously.
Right, yeah, well that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to take advantage of this good
Yeah,
weather, haven't you?
lovely
You know,
weather,
it's-
yeah.
True.
I can't believe that, you know, it's November the 13th,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
look at it. It's like a sort of April, May, June
May,
day,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
You know,
beautiful, yeah.
There's still a little bit of heat in the sun. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's starting to go down now, but it's incredible. Because people tell me that you don't get much snow in Cornwall and Devon. Is that right?
It's funny you should say that, because along the path you'll see a lot of foam and it looks just like snow. So
Really?
yeah, you'll come across that. So
Oh, that's funny. I'll have to put that on as if it's
Yeah.
snowed all of a sudden.
yeah, it definitely looks like snow. You'll
Yeah.
see it later.
Well, I know it's been a brief hello, but it's very nice to see you guys on the coastal path. And you know, whereabouts in Devon do you live then? Is it far?
Crediton, a little village called Samford,
Yes.
just out of Crediton.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you like the southwest coastal path then, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Very nice.
Oh well, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We pick off a bit at a time, so we're,
Yes.
we're getting there, but we're not doing it in one go like you are though. So
Well, I started from Welcome about 10 days ago.
Right.
And crossed into the Cornwall boundary. That's what, do you know where I mean?
I know Welcome. Yeah, that's just
between
past
Bute.
That's right.
That's
just
right.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
near
yeah.
where the big dishes are.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I was videoing those, and when I got really close up to it, it said no photography. And
Oh dear.
I was thinking any minute now I'm going to have security on me, but I got away with it.
It's too late.
But I didn't put it on the film. Nice to meet you, fellas.
Nice to meet you
Lo-
both.
Lovely to say hello
Thank
to you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.